President Jerry Rawlings has been praised for his role in setting the tone for a peaceful and united democratic Ghana. This is according to dignitaries who have been signing a book of condolence opened in his honor at the Accra International Conference Center as preparations get underway for a state funeral for Ghana's longest-serving leader in modern history. Joynews editor Fred Smith spent the day at the conference center in our report.
A wet day depicting the mood as a book of condolence is opened in honor of Jerry Rawlings, the man credited with democratic rule in Ghana. A complete somber and the feeling of sadness caps the atmosphere here at the Accra International Conference Center, where a desk with a portrait of the former president in his signature fugu over a white shirt, flowers and the Ghana flag to welcome dignitaries scheduled for the signing. The Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Mike Okwe, Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah, and former President John Mahama, who worked under Mr. Rawlings as a deputy minister, led the pack of dignitaries to sign the book. Others are the UN Deputy Secretary General Abina Mohammed, former Foreign Minister Hannah Tete, prominent lawyer and Council of State member Sam Okujeto, who also signed the book.
Because this country needs reconciliation. Political so-called opponents are not enemies. And when we see people demonstrating and doing vandalism in the name of politics, it is sad. We should take a cue from him. The way he reconciled with our current president. That is something that all of us should learn to copy. Ghanaians are Ghanaians. Tribe is completely irrelevant. You see, he's an Ewe, he's an Anglo man. He was married to an Asante princess. Isn't that something for all of us to learn to understand? That we are one nation, with one people, with one destiny. This is the legacy I think that Jerry John Rawlings has left for all of us. And so let's propagate it. You are from the media. Propagate it. Tell us that we don't have enemies in Ghana. Nobody is an enemy. We are all Ghanaians. You have one way of thinking. I have another way of thinking. It does not make me right and you wrong. Nor you right and me wrong. Some people say that all the fingers are not the same. But you can see that no single finger can do any work without the others. Each is supportive of the other. And this is what nation building is all about. So we need peace and tranquility. Let's bury him with the dignity that he deserves.
Thank you very much, sir. Speaking about the burial, we should take precedent. The state, the party.
He is a former president of Ghana. It is the state's responsibility. But the state, of course, would deal with the consultation with the family. But it is the state's responsibility. Sometimes I have to caution people to appreciate that when you are elected into a position, you become public property. You are no longer your own. You are no longer your own. It is public property. Yes. And I'm not speaking. Hold it. I'm not speaking for the Council of State. I'm speaking as a Ghanaian.
Prominent lawyer and Council of State member Sam Okujeto, who also signed the book, shared his fond memories of the former president despite his long-standing disagreement with him over the coups. Minority Leader in Parliament Haruna Idrisu led a pack of MPs to sign the book.
My heart is so heavy, and my heart.
There's a camera.
And Rawlings, and to the family of the late Jerry John Rawlings. I'm still recovering from a devastated grief, but I've come to eulogize him as Ghana's ever youngest president and Ghana's ever longest serving president. That is what history has for him as president of our republic. The youngest to be president of our republic and the highest to have ruled and governed our country. If our democracy flourishes as it promises to, every other head of state or president will have a maximum 8-year tenure. No more, no less. Jerry Rawlings ruled this country for 19 years, 8 years constitutionally, and some 11 years under military rule. But it is to his credit that he navigated Ghana from what writers have described as its political abyss in the words of Shillington and Ali Mazuri and Ayer and Jima Bwedu, to modern day constitutional democratic Ghana under multi-party constitutional democracy. So probably you are right in saying that he started off without respecting rights and freedoms as is akin to multi-party constitutional democratic era. But he ended a democratic leader, not manipulating the electoral system, not manipulating the constitution, and not manipulating the political system to his favor or the favor of his political party. History will remember and honor him as a remarkable public servant who sought the public good of our country, and his death must inspire young people, including me, not to aspire to political office because of the perks of office and the opportunity to want to enrich ourselves at the disadvantage of the state, and that our inspiration to public service must at all times be for the public good. That is what I remember him for. He laid a solid foundation for the political, social, and economic reforms of our country. At least he liberalized the economy, even though he was not an avowed believer in laissez-faire market economics and its politics. He liberalized our political landscape, respecting fundamental human rights and freedoms and liberties. And he liberated our social and economic space through infrastructure, whether it's rural electrification or fighting to end Guinea worm. History will remember him for making an unparalleled contribution to the development of Ghana.
Kofi Sam Mills, who is also son of late former President Professor John Evans Atta Mills.
We apologize for the loss in the video there, but a close confidant of late President Rawlings, Dr. Benjamin Kumbo, has revealed that the deceased statesman's greatest regret was the level of corruption seen in Ghana despite the bloody revolution that brought him to power. According to Dr. Kumbo, President Rawlings named some NDC members he says were committing the same crimes others were executed for during the June 4 uprising. He says the former president was angered by this.
I think that was his biggest Achilles heel, because any time we met, after talking, the conclusion would always be, Ben, you people remember that people paid the ultimate price for 1/10 of what is going on today. Most of our comrades, good ones, lost their life in the process of both June 4th and 31st December. And that is his regret. Because there is nothing to show that the people really died for Ghana to be a better place from the indications of what was happening. That has always been a very passionate, and he was a bit more, he was angrier where he perceived that some of these things were taking place within his own political party. That was his biggest problem. Because I've been telling people, if you don't draw, you don't take the pathway of his reasoning. I came as head of the system. We shot and killed people perhaps for taking 500 cedis loan from a bank. We did this to this person. We did this to this person. In the process, there were attempts to overthrow the government. Soldiers in the front line got shot and were killed. We, those who survived it till today, is that the best we can do? By going back to those very, very things. This is where his biggest problem has always been.
Especially with this party.
Yes.